Hello, welcome to BHF Movie Talk Show, a program that brings solutions to some of the critical issues facing us in the society while engaging on some critical content. Our episode for today focuses on why do successful people and most smartest people on earth fail. So what is the reason why they are failing? So today I have an amazing personality on set that is going to speak extensively on this regard in the person of Mr. Elo. Mr. Elo is a publisher, is a movie producer, a scriptwriter. In fact, you need to know so much about him. So today he's going to speak to us. Welcome to our episode for today's talk show.
Thank you very much.
It's indeed my pleasure to have you on our program for today. So, before we proceed, I would like you to explain yourself, to our fans out there so they will really know or hear from the horse's mouth.
My name is David Elo, and just as you said, I'm a writer, I'm a movie producer, and also a scriptwriter, and I also get involved in I counsel youth.
Wow. So interesting. There's something you didn't know about him. He's also a man of God. He's a pastor. So let me just introduce you to you. So he's a pastor too. So pastor, I would like you to throw more light on why people with most talent and most smartest people fail in life.
Well, there are about 3 or 4 reasons why they fail. Highly talented people fail. Just like what the description that was written in the Bible, where we talk about how the master gave talents to 5 talents or 2 talents, and one was given 1 talent. And at the end of the day, you find out that the one that was given 5 double it to 10, the one that was given 2 double it to 4. But the one that was given 1 went to bury his talent. He didn't make use of it, and so he did not get anything from it. Yeah, so we want to start from there. Okay. Having talent is not enough. You have to trade with the talent. It's just like crude oil. Crude oil in its original form is darkish and look dirty, look useless. But until you begin to refine it, you will not be able to get the benefits of the crude. So by the time you begin to refine it, you find that from that same crude, you can have up to 25 different byproducts, not just petrol alone. That's how key talents are. So we have people who have talent. The first thing is that they don't trade with it. They don't make use of it. They don't make efforts to see how they can be able to develop the talent and make it marketable. One thing is to have talent. The next thing is to have wisdom to be able to market your talent, to be able to produce like the crude, different byproducts from that talent that God has given you. And that's the area where many people fail, especially religious people. They have this feeling that because they have talent, the only thing they need to do is to pray. But prayer alone does not help talent. You must be able to use wisdom, like the Bible says. It says wisdom. Through wisdom, a house is built, and through understanding, a lot of products, a lot of things are well furnished in the house. So we must have wisdom. Whatever you are given, you must have wisdom. And you discover that if we have 10 people, for example, let's say 10 people that are actors, very good actors, let's take acting for example, you'll find that one is more successful than the other. It's not necessarily devil. It's how the people are able to package themselves, how they are able to use wisdom to make it more attractive and acceptable, and to make the audience accept them. And so the first thing is wisdom. And that's why I talk about talent. Okay. It's not enough, but wisdom is the number one. Is very, very crucial.
Wow! Thank you very much for talking to us, Pastor. I'm so blessed for hearing this. It is very important for you to understand what the man of God is saying here. It's very important because I noticed that in our country today, a lot of people, they have very nice skill. They are very talented when it comes to to their crafts. For some of them that are into fashion design, if they design, you see their nice design. But the problem is trying to convert those skills, those design into money. That's where the problem is. So, Pastor, in what way do you think people with high talent can also transform it into money, to make money from it?
Yeah, that's the area where research comes in.
Okay.
That's the area where they go extra mile in their thinking.
Okay.
Thinking, the brain and the mind is very powerful in the school of success.
Okay.
You must know how to use your brain to go the extra mile. You check out what people are saying and try to distinguish yourself. There's nobody who will join the ordinary group. Like somebody told me many years ago, he said, I'm a successful fashion designer, but my problem is that where I'm staying is too far. And I look at this man who was far elderly than me then. And I was provoked in my spirit, and I told him in Delta State there, and I said, you are not a fashion designer. You are an ordinary tailor. You are ordinary Obioma, you are not the designer. You see, because if you are a fashion designer, you create something unique. You create a style from it that makes it so unique. So you go the extra mile. So one of the things you do, you make use of your brain. For example, just like you introduced me, I'm a pastor. My first 4 books were basically moving towards the religious direction. Now, this is what Jesus said, Book of Matthew. So there are too many Bible quotations in the book. And I discovered that the youth were not reading it. It doesn't, you can see it doesn't make sense to them. So what I decided to do was to begin to produce storybooks.
Okay.
So I passed through this. I'm passing the same message, but through stories.
Okay.
And people like stories.
Wow.
So I started writing storybooks. That's how I was able to write over 150 books or 140 books.
Amazing.
That are buying on Instagram today because they like to read stories. So if I want to deal with this issue, I deal with the issue by telling stories. So that's where it is so important. And number 2 thing again, you try, just like there's a common saying, where I grew up in Delta State, say what they concern fish and recruit.
Okay.
You don't try to sell recruit to a fish. Okay. You try and look for platforms where your product will be acceptable.
Yeah.
You try and look for where you can sell your product. It's very, very important. Because you're going to open a recruit shop by the riverside and you want to sell it to the fish. What will fish do with recruit? It doesn't exist. So you make sure first and foremost that you understand the market. You understand the market and you understand what the market desires, what the market needs. Then you begin to operate. It is solving a need that makes you successful. Okay. Not creating money.
Money, the value.
So you must solve a need. When you are solving a need, that's why you find that during rainy season, people that sell recruit, they seem to make more money.
Yeah.
Because selling recruit during that season doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Who needs it?
Okay.
So you sell. You check for your
the market strategy that works
exactly
at that particular environment.
That's
why it is very important when you want to start a business. Do what we call market survey. You try to survey the area, know what works for the environment, because most people don't survey. They just venture into business because other people are doing that business. If this guy can do this business, definitely I can do it, and they don't know that. They don't know that wisdom and grace values. What work for Mr. A cannot work for Mr. B. So because he's doing it, everybody wants to do the same thing, but it doesn't work that way. Yeah. Thank you very much, Pastor, for throwing more light on this regard. Now, okay, in this area of we talk about market survey, like people making research, trying to to figure out what works for them and how they can do you have a particular need? Do you have a particular style? Someone that wants to venture into maybe fashion. Do you have a strategic idea that the person can venture in and make a difference in that aspect?
Like what is important is human being lifestyle. Okay, you understand? Because we are created by God also, who is a designer, who likes style. That's why you discover that the flowers, for example, we have different kind of flowers. Even the hibiscus flower, we have different kind. You see even the fish you see in the river. Let me use the one of these common catfish that we know. We have thousands of varieties of catfish, not just one. So you see, there's the nature of creating something that looks not only different, but that looks appealing. So, for example, in the area of fashion, you try as much as possible to create concepts that the people would like. Concepts that will be able to sell at a particular time. You look at the people, you look at them, and you say, what if I create it? This is what the fashion designers in the world are doing. That's why I say that most times their product are selling, because they studied and they use their brain to say, okay, let me bring something that is unique. And it is from the ordinary that you can get the unique. You look at the ordinary design and you tell yourself, no, let me see how I can be able to market it. Wow. You can market it. Most times, the problem with people is that even when they have good product, they can't sell it because they don't have character. Character,
marketable character.
At times you discover that you go out to want to buy something, you end up buying what you don't even need because the person that is selling has a very, very good character. He will talk you into it. I want to distinguish especially the Igbos. That's why the Igbos are very successful businessmen in Nigeria. You go to a shop, maybe you go to Alaba to buy some things. They tell you maybe 100,000. If you tell some other tribes, which I don't want to call, I don't want to
mention names.
The first thing they do, they will insult you. They will insult you. Get out, go and buy. So, but the Igbo man will not say anything. He will even tell you, sit down. The Igbo man will buy you malt to drink. So while you are drinking the malt, he's talking to you. At the end of the day, you will end up buying the same product. Honestly. So you discover that Everything is about wisdom. That's why it goes back to wisdom. When you have a very good character, very, very good character, unique character, you discover that you can sell anything.
Okay. Thank you very much, man of God, for this wonderful contribution. So another aspect I would like you to throw more light. People that we seem not to be, people that seem not to be very smart, they are successful. Can you throw more light on why they seem to be successful?
This is exactly what I'm trying to say. You see, when people at times are good, are talented, it tends to get into their brain and make them proud.
Okay.
So pride comes in. They tell you, I'm very good. They know they are good. And unfortunately, if people happen to praise them again, man, you are very good. You are very good. Not everybody is able to manage it. Okay. So by the time you consistently begin to praise them, it gets into their brain, and pride begins to come in. And when pride comes in, that's where the problem starts. Because pride destroys. That's why the Bible says that pride goes before the fall. It's a common thing. Say God resists the proud, but give grace to the humble. So that the man doesn't have much talent. It's not that you look at it, it's not too intelligent. It has nothing to be proud about. Yeah. So he works very hard, he tries to give his best, and in the process, he keeps getting better.
Yeah, okay, Pastor, I think you make a point, because you notice that there's a match. If you look at the statistics, there's a difference between first class and third class. The first class, they believe that their certificate and getting a good job. But those in second class, in third class, they know that this is my certificate, this is my degree, cannot really offer me a good job. So it's better if there's anything I learn, let me put more effort in it. I need to generate money. And that's why I think they are more successful in the labor market more than the first class.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I discovered that. That's why I said from the beginning. You see, the problem is, like I said, the people that are very talented, pride creeps in. They think that they are too good. You need to hear people say some of those kind of things. They are too good. People have praised them, especially people. People make them worse, because right from the beginning they begin to tell them, you are very good, you are talented, they can't do without you, they can't do without you. So pride begins to come in. And once pride begins to come in, the person begins to go down, because pride comes before the fall. But you see, those who are not as talented as you think, they know, they need to put effort, they need to work, because there's no room for them. They're not as gifted as the other person. So they try to battle it until they become successful. There's one of the banks in Nigeria. It's a common knowledge. I don't want to call its name. I don't want to advertise any bank. But it's between the first to third or fourth bank in Nigeria. It's owned by a guy that just did that passed with a third class. I mean, he had a third class in school from a third class university, a second or third generation university. He had a third class from there, but today he has a bank. It's one of the most successful business bankers in Nigeria. So the issue right now is pride. That's the problem. Once pride comes in, and bad talent, there's no combination as worse as pride and bad talent.
Thank you very much for listening to this amazing talk show. We are going for a short commercial break. I'm coming back, then we'll continue.
These are made for that. Guys, can you see how natural this looks on my clients? So these are clients testing that are 100% mink for lashes, and this is so super. Girl, how do you feel? Do you feel comfortable?
Of course I do.
You do, right? What are you waiting for? Come try it on and, feel it on yourself. Try it out. So I'm applying the second part of the lash, and Viola, just like that. See? It's sitting comfortably on her eyes. You don't have to do much work. Once you try any of Ewa's products, you are good to go. So I'm trying to make it more aligned on her eyes, on a true lash rather. So here it is, and this is it. Open your eyes.
Welcome back for this amazing program. So, Pastor, before we end this talk show, do you have a general advice, to give to both the talented and the non-talented, and how they can, both join their, whatever thing that God has given to them together and make a huge impact in the society?
Yes.
In a form of dropping a legacy.
Yeah. The first thing you must know, you must understand is this. Like I said, you take care of pride and bad character. Bad character. Once those things are taken care of, you must understand that you are given a gift. You are talented and given a gift by God for you to be able to leave a mark for your generation. And so that's what the gift is all about. So first and foremost, there's no need for pride. Pride should be your list. Don't think. You must always understand that retrogression, Satisfaction is the ladder of retrogression. Once you get satisfied where you are, you begin to fail.
Okay.
You begin to drop down. So no matter where you are now, don't stop. Always tell yourself you have more to learn. Don't get to a place in life where you think that you are satisfied. You are too good, you cannot go more than this, you are the best. Even if you are very extremely good, there's room to be better. There's room to be better. So everything in life, first and foremost, the talented, the non-talented, be determined to succeed. Okay. Once you want to succeed and you work towards it. See, a young man has a third degree bond many years ago in school in America. A third degree bond. He was severely burned. And they took him to the hospital. 3 doctors told the mother that he is not going to run again. Bill Kellingon. He said he's not going to walk again. They said he's not going to walk because of the burns. But he told his mother that I'm going to walk.
Wow.
He told the doctors that I'm going to walk. The mother cried and said, no, I'm going to walk. He said, I'm not going to walk. I'm going to be the fastest human. Wow. And in 1972 or 70 Olympic, Glenn became the fastest runner. He took a gold medal.
Wow.
The man that 3 doctors in the US, qualified doctors, say will never walk again. The same thing. Mano Dibango is a jazz musician. He went for audition. The jazz teacher told him that you are not a musician. You can't be successful. Go and look for another work to do. As he was going, he was crying, but in the midst of the tears, he told his friend that he went together. He said, have music in me. The teacher cannot see it. The guy went out to work on himself. And before he died, he became one of the richest jazz musicians on earth. Wow. He made over $2 billion. Wow. Playing jazz music. So nobody is a failure. You just settle down, discover your talent, work on it, have good character, run away from pride, run away from praise singers. People who always look at you, tell you are the best, If you want to move forward, always ask people that are sincere. Tell me where I've made mistakes. I can add. You learn. So both the talented and the non-talented, they have room to succeed if they follow this principle.
Thank you very much. Now, don't forget, our man of God here make mention of something. He said, by the time you stop learning, you start depreciating. So you must keep learning, you must keep improving, you must keep metamorphosing from one level of success to another. So make sure you keep moving forward. Make sure you keep researching. Make sure you keep improving yourself in that little you are. Even the Bible said that he that is faithful in little will be faithful in much. So whatever, in which area you find yourself, make sure you are putting in the best. Make sure you keep on learning. Make sure you keep on increasing yourself. Because that is what this channel is all about to give you. That's why we say it's a channel that brings solutions to some of the critical issues facing us in society. So whatever challenges you are facing just drop your comment down below. We will look into it. We will give you solution to that problem. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Until see you again, same station next week. Like as I said earlier, remain blessed.